I've got today is a little bit of a level set on what's been going on with Extreme over the last couple of years, a little bit about why we're a great vendor to partner with and what we do to help our partners be more profitable and successful in their business. And then some insights that we see about business trends in federal IT modernization and how our products can help address a couple of those. So if you haven't heard about Extreme, so we've been around for about 25 years now, founded in 1996. Through the several acquisitions that we've had over the last 7 years, which I'll talk a little bit about in detail here coming up, we're about a $1 billion a year in revenue company, and the fastest growing company in this new market segment around cloud managed networks or cloud operations capability. So I'll talk a little bit about that as well. So global company, 50,000 customers in 80 countries, and a long legacy of developing new and leading edge technologies. So, over the last few years, the company's changed quite a lot. If you knew Extreme from, back in the early 2000s, it's really a much different company than it was back then. The acquisitions of the networking equipment products from Enterasys in 2013, the wireless LAN products from Zebra, which were Motorola and Symbol before that, Campus Fabric from Avaya, and the data center networking technology from Brocade, really gave Extreme this end-to-end, from the wireless edge all the way through to the data center and core routing product portfolio from a hardware and supporting software perspective. And then and I got to say not last year because it's 2019 now. In 2019, we acquired Aerohive, who was a market leader in this new area that's been rapidly growing around, basically leveraging the cloud as, software in the cloud as the operations platform for your infrastructure. And so that's added a great capability to the company. So since all of those acquisitions, we've refreshed 70% of our portfolio. So we've taken all of that great technology and intellectual property that came in through those acquisitions. We've rationalized the portfolio, we've refreshed the products, and we're continuing to invest very heavily in the R&D on that cloud platform. All of this around the idea of driving simplification, ease of use for our products with our customers. Also investing heavily in 5G opportunities, really mostly around analytics, and on the data center side of that. I mean, if you think of 5G, the software that's used to operate that infrastructure, it's all virtualized these days. It all runs on commodity servers, and those services need to be close to the antennas, and there's a much higher density that because of what's needed to deliver the bandwidth for 5G, and our automation and data center technology fits in very well there. So what is the industry? What do our customers think of all these changes? Well, it's been 3 years in a row now that Gartner has chosen us as a leader, or rated us as a leader in the LAN and wireless LAN Magic Quadrant. I take these with a grain of salt sometimes, but it is very difficult to get into the leaders quadrant. It takes a real strong vision and a real ability to deliver on that for your customers, and we've done it now for 3 years in a row. Another area that we're pretty proud of. So Gartner Peer Insights is not an analyst led rating. It's our customers, stepping forward and commenting on us. And so we've been rated #1 in both the wireless LAN and data center networking segments for that for our services. And then lastly, just recently, a couple months ago, our Extreme Cloud IQ platform, which is the evolved technology that came in from the Aerohive acquisition that we've greatly expanded and added features to, Extreme Cloud IQ is named CRN's 2020 Networking Product of the Year. So, very proud of what that reflects about how the industry sees the investments that we're making as a company. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot today about specific products. I bring this up, this is a federal summit. DoD is a big part of that, and I just wanted to highlight. So all of the products that you see on here, from the access edge through the campus core to the data center, that are highlighted in a dark purple there, are all JITC, DoD, and APL certified. Our VSP 7400 is a little bit lighter shade of purple there. We finished our testing on those products in October, and expect that they'll be listed soon. But from a federal government perspective, I think the JITC APL is a good measuring stick on how mature feature-wise and security-wise your products are. And as you can see there, pretty much everything that we have on the truck from a product perspective is gone through that process. So why us? Why work with Extreme? Why partner with Extreme? What makes us different from our competitors? Well, I think in the first bullet there, we're in an interesting place, I think, from a market size perspective, right? We're a large enough company at a $1 billion a year revenue, and with a product set that's mature enough that Gartner recognizes us as a leader. But we still have a small company, agile kind of mindset where we're still able to respond and adapt to changing customer requirements in a pretty short time frame. The walls internally at the company between sales and product management and leadership, it's pretty easy to reach out where if you have a pressing need for a feature or some business strategy to address an opportunity with a partner or a customer, we can draw together the resources to get after that pretty quickly. We're maniacally focused on building on open architectures and open standards. We see ourselves as networking specialists. We don't try to do everything for everybody. And so that focus on being open allows us to be a best of breed component to an overall IT architecture, and then we focus additionally on working together with our ecosystem partners. So whether it's the virtualization layer or the servers or the storage sides of it, we tie in well with the other vendors who provide those products and services. From a networking technology perspective, we're really trying to bring simplification to network operations. And so, whether that's our networking products working within a network and within an organization in kind of a standalone fashion, or via our cloud operations platform, we're trying to bring simplification there. And fabrics and our networks are a big part of that. To me, fabrics really mean that a lot of the the connectivity and the reachability management of the network, those things are happening automatically in a fabric. And so whenever you're deploying those kinds of technologies, you're decreasing your operational costs, which I think is very valuable to customers. And the last one there, I think from a partner perspective, I'm sure a lot of you are concerned that you're representing good companies to your partners or to your end customers. And so one of the things that, and it ties back, I guess, to the Peer Insights Award, we have a very highly rated services and support team, and we think a big part of the secret sauce to that is our 100% insourced support organization. So all of our support, GTAC people are Extreme badged employees. Many of them have been with the company for 5, 10, 15 years. And so what that means is we get a very high, greater than 90% first call resolution rate on new trouble tickets that are opened. And it also drives down our cost of providing support, which helps our partners be more profitable and more successful. Our partner program is focused on 3 main areas this year. This is our FY21. Simplification, profitability, and recognition. So on the simplification side, this year we introduced a new self-service quoting tool. The idea here is that we're empowering our partners to be able to transact business with as little engagement from us as they would like. Of course, we're always here to help out, whether it's design questions or product questions or additional pricing that's needed for strategic opportunities. But we're empowering you with the tools to be able to go and run on your own as well. Part of the self-service tool that we put up, we simplified our deal registration process. Both of those tools are available through our Partner Engage portal. There's some great videos up there on the ins and outs of all of that. And you're welcome to reach out to me anytime to help as well. We've also simplified our partner certification program. We now have a pretty great graphical representation of the classes and certifications that you as a partner have taken, and what boxes they check from a compliance perspective for our different partner levels. And then our gold and diamond partners, starting this year, have access to our RFPIO tool, which is a repository of RFP and RFI responses that we think are valuable to our strategic partners. And if you're responding on a proposal with Extreme products, there's some great information there. There's some great text and responses to typical questions that you can pull from as part of your response. On the profitability side, several different rebate programs. Around net new customers, new logos, technology specializations, and our new products. So lots of different ways to earn rebates, to make additional money by doing business with us. I think we go above and beyond kind of what the industry standard is for partners and those kinds of programs. So please come and check them out. And kind of tying between profitability and recognition, we have a Champions and Heroes program for our partner sales and SE folks who are leading the way with Extreme and developing new opportunities with us. So there's some great spiffs for those folks and other special recognition for them. One last thing on the recognition side that I wanted to mention is our Ultimate Warrior. So it's a kind of a competition program where we set some sales goals, and then the top partners or the first partners to reach those goals, we set up a fun trip and we take everybody that won out. We were going to do Costa Rica, I believe this year before COVID hit, so we'll catch up on that hopefully at the end of next year. And anyway, so it's a fun way to reward our strong partners. So, mostly I wanted to spend the rest of the time today talking about trends that we're seeing in federal government IT modernization. So most of the bullets on the slide I pulled off of CIO.gov. If you're in this market or you've been in this market for a while, it's a good place to go to get an idea of where federal CIOs are focused, the issues that they see, what they're trying to get after as to solve with IT. And so a couple of observations, I guess, from us. There is a really strong movement these days to, and it comes across in IT service management, which you see with ITIL, and this need to demonstrate how the IT investment is improving the capability of the organization to deliver on their mission, and also to improve customer satisfaction or increase customer satisfaction for the users of that IT infrastructure, whether that's the citizens that are consuming the service that the agency is providing, or even the internal people who work within the agency. The federal government's got to compete with all of these commercial companies for good IT talent or for good program management and just good talent to achieve their mission. And certainly having a modern IT infrastructure that matches what you can get in a commercial company is something that's attractive to people that are thinking about working in the federal government. From an initiatives perspective, top initiatives, there's a couple of key focus areas that I want to talk about where we think we have some differentiated capabilities that we can help out with. You, you hear a lot about zero trust these days. Probably you'll hear about it even more now after this incident with SolarWinds. And I think we've got some technology there. I mean, certainly zero trust is an architecture. There is not a product that provides zero trust, but there are certainly foundational elements there and that we think we can help with. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about what we're seeing with cloud modernization, or cloud migration and data center modernization, and some interesting trends that we're seeing there. So first on the zero trust piece, yeah, I won't spend a lot of time getting into the details, but our campus fabric technology, and this is the heritage of Avaya kind of intellectual property, has this great capability that basically automates, it creates this fabric within the network between the edge switches and the core that allow you to simply define services or service groups at the edge of the network. And then the connectivity to the devices that are within that service group are created automatically, configured automatically through the core of the network. So, as you're, in the video, the example here is video surveillance. If you've got a set of video surveillance cameras that are connected to the network going back into a head-end server, you just need to define the policy, that the service group at the edge, and then as you connect those devices to the network, the connectivity back to the head end is all done automatically. And if they move on the network over time, that connectivity moves with them automatically, as opposed to what you've had to do in a traditional sense is, configure that path hop by hop through the network, and then secure it hop by hop as well. That fabric technology also brings with it this ability that traffic that is within that service group is invisible to the core of the network. We've done several hackathons and we've had folks come in and try to spoof or get in and see what's going on within those service groups, and haven't yet had anybody that's been able to actually break into that. So segmentation of networks, this ability of preventing lateral movement, if a hacker compromises one part of the network, keeping them from hopping to other parts of the network is a key tenet of zero trust. And this segmentation, hyper-segmentation capability within our campus fabric strongly supports that. And then last one here, data center optimization and cloud migration. Quickly, I think what we're seeing here is that the migration away from those legacy, some of the larger legacy data centers, it's been slow. FedRAMP has been around for 10 years now, and we still have some of these legacy data centers that are there, and they've really been starved for funds for modernization because of this focus on the cloud and the application migration. We offer a financing capability with our Extreme Network subscription that I think can help with that, to help agencies modernize that existing data center so that they can take advantage of newer technologies, decrease their operational costs, and actually maybe repurpose some resources to help drive that cloud migration a little bit quicker. Typically, it's the upfront capital cost of upgrading that legacy infrastructure that prevents that from happening. So, what can we do to help out with that? Well, I think probably most of you are familiar with a traditional lease is, and so leases are great if you know what you need, you have a stable requirement, you know it's not going to change very much for 3 to 5 years. It allows you to pay for what you're getting over time. But that doesn't really work in this situation because, again, agencies may be moving to the cloud, so they may need less infrastructure in a year or two than what they need today, but they'd still like to take advantage of the new technology. And so what we offer with our Extreme Network subscription is, unlike a lease, there is no term commitment. You can upgrade the equipment, do tech refreshes within it at any time. And we offer a no penalty 60-day notification right of return for any or all of the equipment that's being provided through the subscription. And so I think what this does for agencies is, or for our partners, is it gives you the ability to present a story to your own customers where, they can take in this new technology, take advantage of automation, take advantage of the higher bandwidth and the newer products, but not have to worry about the sunk capital cost of, hey, maybe I won't need that in a year or two, and maybe I should have spent that budget somewhere else. This gives them the flexibility to just pay for it over time, and then if the requirements change, we can change the network, and they're not penalized for it. So anyway, so those were just two examples on some of the trends that we're seeing on areas where we can help out. Thank you for your time today. I like to wrap up by sharing our contact information. Our account reps are there with basically the territories that they cover. You can always reach out to me. I'm in my role supporting the federal team. I work with our federal partners, and Danielle Manson is my peer in that. So either one of us are good points of contact if you're not sure who to reach out to. Happy, glad I had a chance to talk to you all today, and looking forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.